This is funny. Okay, so this is what happened. The first punch, the straight. All right, bam. I was trying to counter with the hook or something else, and then I got caught with it. I didn't see it. I didn't see it at all. But yeah, man, I got caught with that punch, and I was like, yeah, I didn't even know what happened.
You didn't know.
I didn't know what happened.
You asked. You said, "What?"
No, but the thing was, so I was trying to counter, right? And then all of a sudden I was on the floor.
So you didn't know.
And then the guy was counting me. I'm like, is this for real? What's happening? Right? And then I looked at the corner and I saw Ray, put your hands up or he'll count you out. And I'm like, oh shit, I got dropped. You know, when I got hit, I didn't even know I got dropped. I didn't know I got dropped. You know, I didn't see that punch because I was trying to counter him and caught me with that. And man, that's pretty much what happened, man. So I would probably say that was the hardest punch I've got hit with. Yeah.
The last one or the first one?
The first one. Because the first one, I came out completely blank. I didn't see that punch coming at all.
It was almost the end of the round.
Yeah.
It was almost the end of the first round.
Yeah. But it is what it is, man. You know, but I'm very grateful that I'm healthy.
Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, I wanted to talk about, this demolition job that the monster, Naoya Inoue, did to Nonito Donaire, because there's a lot. And I didn't want to do this video right away because I really wanted to take some time to digest what I saw and process how it all took place. Now, Naoya Inoue, 3 years ago, when he fought Donaire, that was the 2019 Ring Magazine Fight of the Year. When he beat Donaire in that fight, which was a great fight, at that moment in time, I thought that I was watching the best fighter in the world. Not just his weight class, but the best fighter in the world, all right? But then, right when he hit the peak of his career, that's when Top Rank failed to deliver him the opponent he really needed to prove himself at that world-class level to that he is the best fighter in the world. So he fought Maloney, who was solid. He fought an overmatched fighter, and Michael Dasmarinas. And then his next fight against the opponent's name, who I can't even pronounce right now, remember, the fight wasn't even on ESPN. So he wasn't able to keep that momentum going, but I think God worked it out in his favor in such a way where, okay, he didn't really get momentum, but Donaire got momentum. Donaire was able to show that he can knock out two undefeated fighters, one undefeated champion and an undefeated young contender, two undefeated younger fighters than him in 4 rounds. So he showed his quality. He showed he was still, one of the best, if not, the best fighter outside of Inoue in the bantamweight division, And then today, right, he fights Donaire and he just demolishes him in 2 rounds, like Roy Jones said. They got the nerve to say, I ain't fight nobody, but I just make them look like nobody. Y'all must have forgot. It was a great performance. The first round was really interesting because, in the first round, you had the monster taking some serious leather from Donaire. Donaire was very much winning the first round up until he got dropped towards the latter part of that first round. And then the second round, he smelled blood and he gets closed the deal. So he showed, and he did something that really nobody does to Donaire. Nobody knocks out Nonito Donaire, especially at bantamweight, his best and most dangerous weight. Nobody's knocking him out in 2 rounds. So to beat a special fighter like that in a fashion like that, it's really like a testament to the greatness of the monster. Now, I think now at that performance, I can now safely reopen those talks of, is Naoya the Monster Inoue the best fighter in the world? Because he's showing you what he can do to guys like Donaire. He's ran through the bantamweight division. This is a guy. I mean, when we look at Inoue in his career, his 4th pro fight, he beat Ryoichi Taguchi, who went on to become world champion when he fought for the Japanese light flyweight title. Then, in only his 6th pro fight, he became a world champion. By his 8th pro fight, he was a unified champion. You know what I'm saying? And then by what year did he win his first bantamweight title? Came in 2018. So we're talking about, in 2018, by the time this guy was in his 16th pro fight, he was a 3-division champion. You know, unprecedented stuff. A lot of people go on about Lomachenko and how fast he won world titles, and they should, because what he's accomplished is nothing short of phenomenal and exceptional. But Naoya Inoue, this guy is the only guy in boxing who is comparable to Lomachenko as far as like scaling weight classes repeatedly at such an early stage of your career. But the impressive thing about the way he's done it is he didn't have almost 400 fights and get fast-tracked to a title. No, he was a guy that was doing it at a much younger age than Lomachenko. I mean, Inoue's 29 years old right now. He won his first world title when he was what? Hernandez, so what? So that was 2014. So track 7. He won his first world title when he was like 23 years old. 23 years old, and he was a unified champion by the time he was like 23, 24 years old. So this guy's a little bit different. You know, when you talk about the Naoya Monster Inoue's, I think I always talk about there's this difference. There's good, there's great, there's all-time great, and then there's this different tier that only a certain amount of fighters exist on. Almost another planet. Okay, he's on that planet. He's on that planet with the guys like Chocolatito, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, Tyson Fury. These guys all exist on their own planet. You know, Crawford. These guys all exist on their own planet. All right, and he's on that planet. He's a resident of planet greatness. You know, the monster. Listen, man. Alexander Usyk has a lot of questions to answer when he fights Joshua. Because I'm gonna tell you this, man. I so much wanted to sit here and say this guy is the best fighter in the world. Because they say the eye test matters, right? In boxing, few fighters in boxing have passed the eye test for a longer period of time than the monster. Okay, this guy has been a world champion since 2014. We're in 2022, so we're talking about. I know he's only 29, but we're talking about almost a decade at the championship level. Looking sensational. Inoue's shown a great jab in his career. He's shown a devastating left hook. He's shown great defense. He's showing you to be a complete fighter. And every time they stepped him up, whether it be against David Carmona, whether it be against Adrian Hernandez, Kohei Kono, Juan Carlos Payano, James McDonald, Nonito Donaire, Maloney, even Emmanuel Rodriguez. Like, mind you, Emmanuel Rodriguez was looked at to be the next face of Puerto Rican boxing. Okay, had a crazy amateur background. Had really done some great things in his career. Emmanuel Rodriguez, and that was looked at to be a step up in a competitive fight for Inoue. And you saw what he did to him. 2 rounds. He treated him just like he treated Donaire today. So it's not so much it's not just so much the performances, but it's like the level of performances, how he's getting it done against the opposition he's doing it against. I mean, Inoue is definitely, bare minimum, the 3rd best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. No doubt about it. No questions asked. But there's a serious discussion to be had. Is he the best fighter in boxing? Because that's how he is. And I hope, for his sake, that Top-Rank Boxing starts doing what they should have did when they first signed him, which is take him to L.A., tap into that big Asian-American community over there. People need to know who this guy is, and the Asian community needs to know who this guy is. Take him to New York City. The world needs to know who this guy is. There's no reason why this guy shouldn't be a global phenomenon, because that's how great of a fighter he is, and that's how that's what I think of him as a fighter. So I'm gonna leave it at that. You guys can take care. You know, Naoya Inoue, you know, beat up Donaire, which I still can't believe he did it like that. I thought he was gonna stop him, but not no damn 2 rounds. And on another note, you know, Donaire doesn't got to prove nothing to nobody. He's been someone that has, for his entire career, he's shown that he is a true warrior of the sport, a great fighter, a future first ballot Hall of Famer. At least I think he should be. And if he hangs his gloves up, he has nothing to hang his head about, because, you know, like I was just interviewing Sean Porter. Sean Porter said it. You don't want to see him in a position to where now he's taking punishment he should have to take. You know what I'm saying? So these are my thoughts on Inoue versus Donaire. To my closing thoughts, and just big fan of both fighters, and looking forward to seeing what's next for the monster. Maybe the Fulton fight is next. That's another video on its own. But you guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What did you make of Inoue versus Donaire and Inoue's performance? Leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniels. Until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on True School Sports, the home of boxing. If you made it this far, do me a favor and do yourself a damn favor. Hit that subscribe button and surely you will not be disappointed. You know, True School Sports bringing you the latest and greatest, the untouchable, you know, boxing content, interviews, news videos, breakdowns, live fight reaction extravaganza. We've got a great community of people here, boxing fans all over the world, from America to the UK to Australia, and on and on and on. So join the Empire today. Hit that subscribe button. Take care and God.